All right, y'all. We need to talk about this. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a little 5 topic video. Now, the fifth pick, I'm going to save it at the end because I need to talk about that. But I just going to do a 5 topic video where so whatever you see on the photo is what we're going to talk about because, we're going to do something different. So we might as well do something different. So I say, let's go ahead and start with the first one. Now, I just want to let y'all know that Athena has reached her 1,000-day mark as Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. So congratulations to her. Now lose that damn belt. All right, lose that belt to Diana or lose that belt to Queen Emanata. Okay, those are the only two I want to go after that title at the moment because they are in Ring of Honor. Even though Queen Emanata is in and out with Collision and Dynamite sometimes, at least she's getting a title shot. So that's what we need to see, and that's what we need to go with. So hopefully one of those ladies would take the belt from Athena so that way she can go after Toni Storm for the AEW women's title, even though I think that, Mercedes is going to get it. But the only way she'll get it is if she loses that TBS title. And I hope she loses it at All Out, but I don't know. Don't get your hopes up because, again, they got plans for her. And you already know what those plans is. Somebody said in the comments that she's trying to reach the Jade Cargill mark, which is fine. But a lot of people are tired of her as champion, and they need her to lose those belts and lose that belt, and then everything else. We don't care. So again, hopefully those two ladies will go after that belt, and then when Athena loses the belt, she can go after Toni Storm for the belt as well. So there you have that. Then we have the women's tag team match, the triple threat elimination match. Whoever wins gets to face Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the tag team titles. Great. But however, I don't want Soruka and Zyra to win because they already had a title shot against them at Evolution. So I think the calling with Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley should go after it because it's, good storytelling that they get to face the champions. I don't know where they're going to face the champions. I don't know if they're going to face them in No Mercy or WrestlePalooza, but I think it'll be a great moment for Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley to go after those belts. That way it will build their status and that could boost up their group as the calling. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be a great idea to have them win that tournament so that way they could, well, not the tournament, but win the match so that way they could face the champions at either WrestlePalooza or No Mercy. Or at NXT. It just depends where it's located. Or we could have Fatal Attraction go after it because I do think that Jasmine and Fallon can be champions. But then again, with egos clashing, I don't know it would be a good idea. But they should, because they try to go after the TNA women's titles, but it didn't work out. So, I mean, I don't know how this is going to work out, but at least it could give them a boost. It would give them, it will give more eyes on them, if they ever wrestle and WrestlePalooza, or, because if they do it at No Mercy, it's just no different. But if they do it at WrestlePalooza, it will be a great opportunity for them to win the belt. So I think that would be good for them. But, if it ends up being Soruka and Zyra, it's whatever, but it's like they're not going to win the belts. I mean, I wish they would, but it's like, do we really want Soruka as triple champion when it's like she still haven't lost the speed title, she still haven't lost the North American title, and we don't know when Zyra's going to betray her. So it's just like, do we really want her to go? They barely wrestled, both of them. They barely wrestled for the past couple weeks. They haven't wrestled since Evolution. So it's just like, I mean, what else do we got for them? Because like I said, the last match that Soruka had was with Tatum Paxley. So it's just like, is there anything they could be doing besides just sitting around in the back? You know what I mean? Like a calling is wrestling, Fatal Attraction is wrestling, but not those two. So it's just like, do you have any plans for them? And if you don't, send Soruka to the main roster. But if you're going to do that, get rid of the belts. Okay, like I said, Candice got an opportunity to face Soruka for the Speed Championship, but when is the titles going to change? That's what I'm saying. They just poo butting around. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we get some. Hopefully we can get some winners, some real winners. But we have to wait and see. But again, I still think the calling should win. But y'all comment down below, let me know. Who y'all want to win this match? If I was y'all, I would pick somebody different than Soruka and Zyra. But if you guys want to pick them, that's fine. I'm not going to delete your comment. But I still think we should get change, especially if we're trying to build a story. So, That's just my personal opinion. But again, if you want to, are you going to storytell or are you just going to book matches? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question. But we can go ahead and move to the next. Now, let's talk about division. Now, I don't usually talk about division because I don't care about the fraction. But now that Becky Lynch is added, I'm definitely carrying it now. Now, I just want you guys to know that all these comparisons about Evolution never had a woman manager. So this is now the authority. It's no longer the Evolution 2.0. It's now the Authority 2.0. Because Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch do have some type of authority. Now, they don't have creative control, but they do have Triple H blessing to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? So, obviously, they're going to do what they're going to do. Now, some of y'all going to comment down below and be like, no, they don't got that kind of control. But again, they're the favorites, though. So, again, Becky and Seth Rollins teaming up, to me, is a great thing. I'm glad that these two are teaming up. I know that a lot of people think that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch don't want to work with each other, but they're working with each other. And I think they're doing it because of AJ Lee and CM Punk. But I don't know if I don't know if AJ Lee coming back, but everyone's saying she's coming back. And even see resources saying she's coming back. So if that's the case, whatever. But I got my thoughts about AJ Lee and her booking. I still think she should work part-time because of her neck. But if this is what she's going to do, then fuck it. But then you got to also understand, it's WWE. They say you're going to work full-time, but in reality, you're going to be working part-time because, look at Nikki Bella. She's working, it looks like she's working part-time because you barely see her. Ever since Liv Morgan got injured, she hasn't been doing nothing. Going after Becky Lynch didn't do nothing but just made her look like a jobber. It's just sad because Nikki is a Hall of Famer, and the fact she's moving like this lets her know she should not be in the ring. She should be at home doing her podcast with her sister. So it's just like, what are we doing this for? You know what I mean? Nikki's a very attractive woman, but as a wrestler, it's like listen, your skill set is no longer what it was before when you guys retired. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect to Nikki, but it's just like it's not there no more. You know what I'm saying? And that match at Clash in Paris proves that. So it's like, now you could say she hasn't been wrestling much, so that's the reason why it all fumbled. But still, those botches really made you look bad. So I don't know what it's going to take for Nikki to understand that WWE is not the same, but she don't care as long as the money paying her, it don't matter. So, again, it is what it is. But I am going to watch the division now that, Becky's in the group. And I know I didn't watch it before because I didn't care. But now that Becky's in the group, I care now. So I'm definitely going to watch the segments with Becky Lynch. I just didn't watch the one with CM Punk because I didn't like the fact that Becky Lynch was putting her hands on CM Punk. I don't like that shit. I thought it was lame. I thought it was corny. You know what I mean? Because if a man can't fight back, then it's obvious. Then obviously, as a man, I'm not going to watch it because I don't want that happening to me. Okay, I'm not going to let no woman touch me. Okay, and for all my women audience that's following me, please do not look at me as a man that's promoting that stuff. Listen, I don't condone domestic violence. I do not condone it. I can't stand a woman getting hurt. But if a woman hurt a man, then I can't condone that either. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. I don't care how mad you are. You don't touch nobody because that's how you go to jail. That's how you get killed, and you know that. So if you care about your safety, you wouldn't put yourself in danger. You know what I'm saying? If you see danger, you call the police. Like I said, if you have to defend yourself, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I just hate the fact that we live in a world that's so sensitive where a man can't stand up for himself without getting canceled, without losing a job, without him, attacking his way of living because of XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to, call that out as it is. Okay. Everybody should have every right to defend themselves, no matter what gender. Okay. Just because you see a man hitting a woman doesn't mean you didn't saw that woman hit back. Okay, that doesn't mean you saw that woman hit first. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant to say. So if that woman hit you first, you have the right to fight back. Okay, I understand you don't want to see a man fight, but if that man don't look like The Rock before he lost weight, then you can't say nothing. Because again, if that man is skinny and slim like Dom, you can't be mad at him if he throw blows. I mean, Shawty hit him 3 or 4 times. And if he has to fight back, he has to fight back. Unless you're tall, you know what I'm saying? But either way, man, if you don't got no support in your body and that woman can beat your ass, to me, you could fight back, bro. You know, if you scared to fight back because you're scared to get canceled, bro, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, man, what I got to do to look like a man? Well, I don't know, eat more, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, work out, go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way to do it. But other than that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't condone women putting their hands on men. See, at least at AEW, they could defend themselves sometimes. Versus in WWE, they can't do anything. CM Punk look like, hey, come on, CM Punk. How come it's okay for you to grab Roxanne's hand, but it's not okay to grab Becky Lynch's hand? It just looked dumb, man. And I just feel bad for CM Punk because he didn't, because now he just looked like a damn fool. But obviously he's waiting for his wife to come back, which is fine. But still, bro, you could at least grab her hand or something. But, you didn't do that. So, to me, he a coward. But, again, I understand he don't want to get canceled and all that. But, Punk, if you didn't get canceled for grabbing Roxanne's hand, then you shouldn't be, worrying about getting canceled for grabbing Becky Lynch's hand. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, this shit is just weird to me. And I just can't stand men that can't defend herself when it comes to women. It's just ridiculous. But I will tune in for the division now that Becky's in the group. And I can't wait to see how it goes. But again, that's just because I love to see the love story with Seth and Becky, even though it's about power and authority. So, power of authority. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Now, let's also talk about this match. Now, the only reason I want to talk about this match because I'm hearing rumors that Jey Uso is going to be facing, the Usos are going to be facing Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, which I think this match right here is going to slam dunk that because of where the location is going to be at. It's going to be at Toronto where Edge and Christian are praised. So I do think that those two are definitely going to get a standing ovation, even though the titles are not on the line because it's switched on a different team. But I do believe that this match right here will probably be the main event that's probably going to probably destroy the Usos versus, Braun and Braun, you know what I mean? So I do think that this match is going to slam dunk that because of the story behind this match right here. So even though the titles are not on the line and they're not facing the tag team champions, it's okay because at least this match is going to slam dunk that. So I could see that happening. So I would say that this match is going to probably be the winner of the what that match called. I forgot what it's called. But the match with the Usos and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. So it's definitely going to be the winner of that. In my opinion, well, I don't even think it's going to be my opinion. I think this match is going to get 5 stars versus with the Usos versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I think that's probably going to get 4. But, again, if it gets 5 stars, that's great because, I follow Wrestling Republic. So they're going to let me know, which match is better and which match is not. So we'll figure it out from there. But I do think that this match is going to be better than that. But because of the age and how old they are, they might not get that kind of, rating. But I do think that they will if they book it right. Because the last match they had with the patriarchy, I mean, they got like 4 out of 5. So, we'll see about this one. Hopefully I'll get a 5 out of 5. But because, how old they are, they might not, do much in the ring. But we can at least check it out and see for ourselves. So I'll definitely check it out at All Out and let y'all know how great the match is. But, I know for sure this match is going to beat it because of the crowd. The crowd is definitely going to make this match a 5 out of 5. So Toronto's definitely going to stand up for Edge and Christian for sure. Now, let's talk about this. Man, I hate this segment. You want to know why? Because Roxanne and Raquel should be ashamed of themselves. You want to know why? Because it's a shame that they have to demand for a title shot when I shouldn't even be saying they. Matter of fact, let me take that back. There is no they. It's who And who is that is demanding a title shot? Roxanne Perez. While Raquel just sitting there not saying nothing. Like, what in the world is this? Where Raquel is right by her side and she's not saying a damn thing. I think what's going to end up happening is this, right? If we can get this, I don't know if we're going to get it, but we need to get it. When Liv Morgan comes back, obviously what they're trying to do is that they're trying to get Roxanne to become the women's world champion so that way she could hold the title until WrestleMania. But I think that's going to look bad on Roxanne's part because if she hasn't earned it, why is she getting the title? Okay? If anybody should be getting the title, it's the people that earned it. Okay? Io Sky earned it. Steffi Valkyrie earned it. All right? And if you look at the photo, Lyra is literally the only one that hasn't got a title opportunity, and instead you rather have her like focus on Bayley. What does Bayley got to do with Lyra? That's why I said, like, I think Liv should collab with Bayley because obvious that she's a Liv and Dom fan, so obviously Bayley and Liv should be the tag team to go against Roxanne and Raquel, even though I think it's lame because we all know that Liv Morgan was laughing at the fact that Bayley was on the ground hurt, pretending to be hurt. So it's like, why would you collab with somebody that was dancing around you while you was hurt? But again, you also got to remember Bayley and Liv was at the yacht party for Natalia's birthday party. So it's obvious that kayfabe is out the window because it's like, obviously these two are cool. So, and when you look at it, they didn't really have any real beef. You know what I'm saying? It's just Liv Morgan is just a fucking troll. And obviously Bayley had to pretend she was hurt in order for her to get wiped out WrestleMania for Becky Lynch to take her place. And honestly, I was okay with that because Lyra became double champion that night. And that was a great night for Lyra. Now she's wrestling at main event, which it makes no sense. Lyra should be on TV facing the champion. All right. So if anything, Roxanne should be facing Lyra for the belt. That's what that's what she should be doing, which she will be next week. She'll be facing Lyra and Roxanne. But, but even when she wins, like, it's like, who's going to win that match? That's the question. Is it going to be Roxanne or is it going to be Lyra? So job out Lyra for Roxanne to score a dub. Like, to me, that's just lame because Lyra should be the one going after the champion, not Roxanne. Roxanne hasn't done anything to earn it. Okay, she hasn't done anything. So yell and scream at Adam Pearce, but see, this is why I hate the fact people are comparing Roxanne to Liv Morgan because there's no similarity. Here, let me tell you some differences. When Liv Morgan goes to Adam Pearce, anything she wants, she gets. Roxanne has to scream and shout just to get what she wants. That's crazy. Why is Roxanne have to beg and shout in order for her to get what she wants, but Liv Morgan can just get it just like that? Like, what the hell? Like, it's obvious that Liv Morgan is part of the Triple H clique because she can get anything she wants and nobody has to talk back to her or nothing. Nick Aldis kicked Liv and Raquel out and they were laughing at him. After attacking Bianca and Naomi, and you expect me to back off after she literally put the pressure on Bianca to apologize and threaten Jade Cargill on Twitter? I'm not going for that shit, bro. I'm not going for that shit. You're not going to disrespect my black queens. I'm not going to go there. You didn't even like show love to Naomi when she got pregnant. Where's the tweet that says congratulations to Naomi? Where is it? Exactly. It's nowhere to be found because all you want to do is promote Dominic Mysterio, knowing damn well that he might cheat on your ass. Which I don't even want to say the word cheat because they're not in a relationship. Because they're not a real couple. And y'all want them to face AJ and Punk? It makes no sense. Becky Lynch teaming up with Seth Rollins to go against Punk and Lee makes sense because it's real couple versus real couple. Married couple versus married couple. Why would a married couple in real life face a fake ass relationship? Like what the hell is that? Like, really? You cannot have real couples face fake couples because it makes no sense. Okay? That makes no sense. You don't want a fake couple facing a real couple because it's not marketable. Okay? I understand that Liv and Dom got their fans and all that, but they're online. There's no fans in real life. Maybe one or two, but you ain't gonna see a whole lot. People are still wearing the old shirt. They're not wearing the new shirt. So this most popular shirt crap, that's all cap. You know damn well ain't nobody wearing that new shirt. If they were wearing the new shirt, people will wear it. But nobody's wearing it. Jordan's not wearing it. Justine's not wearing it. Shit. I mean, even that fan that Maya May shouted out is not wearing it. Even this black girl with the Liv and Dom shirt, she's not wearing it. She's wearing the Liv and Dom shirt, but she's not wearing that shirt. That shirt that you said the most popular, nobody's wearing that. Because nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody's going to wear that shirt, even if you try to take a theme from a movie that we all seen years ago. It's not going to work. Nobody's wearing that shirt. If you have a picture of somebody actually wearing that shirt, send it to my DM. Follow me on Instagram and let me know if you ever seen somebody wear that shirt. And don't you be in my DM talking about my girlfriend only watched Raw because of Liv Morgan. Shut up. We know damn well that is not the reason why your girlfriend watched, Monday Night Raw. She watched Monday Night Raw because of Rhea Rebbe. And now that AJ Lee is back, that's going to be another reason why she's watching it. So don't even go there with me with that. Okay? You got other people besides Liv Morgan. The show is still the show is still above 1 million globally. So whatever you're saying makes no sense. People still watching Monday Night Raw, buddy. They're still watching it. So whatever you're saying about Liv Morgan, come on, man. You really think the viewership is down because of Liv Morgan? That's bullshit. They're still up. Okay? People are still talking about each storyline from Monday Night Raw because Liv Morgan, and they're doing it while Liv Morgan is gone. So nobody cares about Liv Morgan. Nobody's even talking about Liv Morgan. Only reason I'm talking about it is because you guys want me to. I really don't want to talk about Liv Morgan because I'm sick and tired of Liv Morgan in my mentions. And I can't even defend myself every time I speak the truth about Liv Morgan because everybody want to just comment down below and just say, cry about it. Or say like, oh, it's scripted. You just scripted. Dude, tell me something I don't know, all right? We all know this is scripted. You don't got to tell us. We all know this is scripted. See, this is why people half listen. We're talking about the storyline. We're not talking about what's scripted. We're talking about the storyline. So shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Stop saying the word scripted. We all know that. We're talking about what's in front of that screen and we're talking about the storyline. So you can shut the fuck up about that shit. And that's why I be deleting comments because I'm like, you guys be talking nonsense. Stop talking about things that makes no sense. Stop. We know that already. Nobody don't care. It's about the storyline we're talking about, sir. Ma'am. So stop talking about scripts. We're not scripts. Speaking of scripts, can you predict anything that Liv Morgan's going to say to Raquel when she comes back? My prediction is that Liv Morgan's going to come back and she's going to diss Raquel. She's going to encourage Raquel to challenge her for the gold, right? Because what's going to happen is that Raquel's going to feel betrayed because after all the loyalty she's been given to Liv Morgan, it gets pushed away because of Dom. And now Raquel's going to get some revenge on that. She's going to let Liv Morgan know that you have used me to make me look like a jobber, and now it's your turn, see? So, obviously, Raquel, should go solo, and you know why? Because she shouldn't be teaming up with Roxanne, because what's going to happen is that Liv Morgan's got to find a partner, and even though I got some suggestions, I think her only partner is going to be Bayley, because, Bailey's going to be beefing with Lyra. So at that point, Liv and Bailey are going to probably be heels. And Lyra is, got to figure out, should I team up with Roxanne or not? Now, at that point, the crowd has to decide. It's either we're going to side with Lyra and Roxanne or we're going to side with Bailey and Liv. I think most likely people are going to side with Bailey and Liv because they feel like they're being betrayed. But in reality, the only person that's been betrayed is Raquel because she did everything for Liv Morgan. She bleed for Liv Morgan. She protected Liv Morgan. She have took bumps for Liv Morgan. And after all that, you throw her under the bus. So how can you sit here and say you're a great friend, but you throw your friend under the bus over a boy that you can't take home with you? May I remind you that you have a stalker that's trying to get out on bond, that's seeking out to get out of jail? Do you have the biggest question and concern is, do you care about your life, Liv? Because you're over here worrying about a man that can't even protect you from this man. And you over here worrying about this man. But this man you should be worrying about is the guy that came at your home with an air gun. That's the person you should be worrying about. Don't worry about Dominic Mysterio. Worry about your life. Because if you're at home and this man pulls up with a real gun, I don't know if an air gun is a real gun, but you get the point. If he pull up with an AK-47 or he pull up with a Uzi or he pull up with any type of pistol, it don't matter. He could pull up with a shotgun or whatever. What are you going to do? Do you have a gun or do you not? Do you have anything to protect yourself? Because them dogs are not going to protect you. That guy has a gun and he'll kill your dogs. And then what you going to do? What you gonna do? How are we gonna continue this storyline if you're dead? That's what I'm saying. You over here promoting a guy that can't protect you from a stalker. And you don't know that this guy has your address and he knows where you stay at. And since you refuse to move, you either gotta do two things. You can either get security to protect your ass, or you're gonna have to get a gun. But just know that if they don't protect you and you get caught slipping, that's the last time we're going to see you. And I'm sorry to say it. Like I said, we like Liv Morgan, but if she's not going to think smart because she refused to think outside the box, unfortunately, Liv Morgan, we won't see her again. If she's not going to think ahead and she's just going to think about somebody that she can't even say, hey, can you come over and spend a night, just to protect me from him? No, he can't protect you. He got to protect his wife. Because you over here trying to be a girlfriend, but you don't realize that bro got a wife. He got to protect her before he protect anybody else. He can't protect you. Because we don't, and even if he can protect you, what can he do? Besides risk his life just to protect some broad. Liv, you have to focus on real life stuff. You can't just focus on make-believe and fantasies. These bots are not going to save you. All they're going to do is just say rest in peace or long live Morgan. That's all they're going to do. And I don't want to say all this, but I'm just keeping it in a band. We focus on real life shit on this channel. So even if you are playing character, what's more important is what are you going to do about your life? Rhea Rebbe is lucky. You want to know why? Because that stalker that was at her door, literally, we didn't hear nothing after that. She could have been dead. She could have been killed. All this could have happened. All this could have happened. And even though she wasn't home, the fact she had to look at her Ring camera and just see somebody just stalking up like that is just insane to me. But that's why we're I'm trying to keep it 1,000 with you. What's more important right now? Dominic Mysterio or getting back to your life? Edge really kept it 1,000 with Christian at All In. He said, go find yourself. And that's what I'm trying to encourage you to do. Go find yourself. That's why we need a lesson to be learned. If she's gonna give Raquel the boot, then Dom needs to be the one to give her the boot, because she thinks that Dominic Mysterio is loyal, But he could only be loyal for so long until it's time to cut the cord. He said, look, man, at some point, I'm going to have to stop taking you out. I mean, this is just metaphorically speaking. But at some point, he's going to have to stop taking you out to dinner, stop taking you out on dates, and stop taking you to places that you don't need to be going because you've already been to these places. And there's no point of me taking you, and there's no point of him taking you to these places. Okay? Liv Morgan might, be a superstar to you, but her being with Dominic Mysterio does not make her a superstar. Her winning gold and her gaining applause from the fans and her coming out, making great moments and putting on better matches, great matches that's memorable is more important than anything else. Can you name any matches that are memorable from Liv Morgan last year and this year? I remember all of them, but I'm just saying, I can't think of one match that was considered great. The only match I could think of that was great was Io Sky versus Liv Morgan at Saturday night's main event because she won clean. She worked her ass off. She had a nosebleed and literally showed people that she's hardcore to the bone. That should be a sign right there that Liv and Rhea should have had a Hell in a Cell match because we all know that those two would have put on a great performance, way better than CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. I think those two would have went all out. But see, if Vince was still in office, he probably would have set it up. But because, Triple H is trying to play it safe for the women, he don't want to do that. But I'm like, but you just had the women at War Games. So why can't we have the women in a Hell in a Cell match? That would have been a perfect way to end their rivalry. But you didn't do that. So now look at them. They're just, Liv and Rhea are trying to stay away from each other. But then again, when you going to have Liv and Dom stay away from each other? At least they would have had a moment. Their moments are being slept away. Nobody's paying attention to them now. You know what they're paying attention to now? They're paying attention to Dominic Mysterio. They're not paying attention to Liv. Liv is at home taking care of her animals and probably talking to her lawyer because she knows she's going to have to go to court and testify against this stalker that she's dealing with. But if the stalker gets bond, what are you going to do? You're going to have to move. But why you got to move like when he gets out? Why would you move right now? Especially when he has the opportunity to get out. Like I said, he didn't kill nobody. He just pulled up with an air gun. And y'all comment down below, let me know. Is air guns our actual guns? I don't know. But I just know that if he pulling up with a weapon, he's looking for death. You know what I'm saying? If you pulling up with a weapon, you literally want to kill someone. His obsession should not be, oh, I want to go, I just want to come just to get a picture. I just want to come just to spend time with Liv. No, you want to come and kill someone. Because that's what you have to do if you're pulling up with a weapon. If you're prepared, if you're coming to somebody's home with a weapon and there's someone there, you will have to kill that person. Is that correct? Because luckily for Sonya Deville, her stalker didn't touch nobody. But I know one thing: if he's attempting to kidnap somebody, obviously his way of doing it, I don't know what he was trying to do, but it seemed to me like he was trying to kidnap Shawty, but it didn't work. Now he's doing 25 years in prison. So what is it? So what's the punishment for this guy? Is he going to do 25 or is he just going to do 4? Because if he get out at 4, you best believe sure he going to come out and probably going to go kill her. I don't think he's going to run away. I really think that he's just going to do some time. And then when he get out, you're going to go after her. And even if you file a restraining order, it's not good enough. You need to have a pistol. You need to have bodyguards. And hopefully by that time, you'll have a man that will protect you from him. But I'm telling you, you really need to start thinking about your life, Liv. Stop focusing on Dom's life and focusing on yours. Your life is important, not his. He can focus on it. He got people that's going to look out for him. You need people that's going to look out for you. And don't call JoJo because she got to focus on her stuff. Don't call Anastasia because she got to focus on her stuff. Don't call Raquel because y'all going to be beefing next year. So don't even go there. Don't even call CJ. because she got to focus on her stuff. You know what I mean? Don't call nobody that's not family. Call somebody that's family. That's gonna protect you from the rapture. Because what? Because I'm telling you, once them demons knock at your door, what are you gonna do? Pray? You're gonna pray about it? Don't give me that I don't know shit. It's about what you're gonna do when you get in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we could go on and on and on about this, but the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. Back to Roxanne. I don't want Roxanne as champion because I feel like if she becomes champion, it will hold back a lot of women that can't become champion because Roxanne is supposed to get that belt. And it's just like, what about the rest? Lyra can't get a title shot. Nobody in the back can get a title shot. Not even the people from NXT. They can't get nothing. Roxanne just going to walk around with the belt until Liv Morgan comes back. We can't get no triple threat match at WrestleMania. We can't get no fatal four-way at WrestleMania. Does it have to be Liv Morgan versus Roxanne? Can we just get that at Elimination Chamber? Can we get that on Monday Night Raw since you like to do things after PLEs? Does it have to be there? Because at WrestleMania, we would rather see Liv versus Raquel because there's a story behind that. So if Raquel wins, that's great for her because she got her moment. But if Liv Morgan retains, I mean, well, you're supposed to win the belt at WrestleMania. So I think, Liv will have to, get the belt then. So if she has to face Roxanne, that's fine. But I would prefer a triple threat match because Raquel's part of this too, and she should not be backing up Roxanne because then now Liv Morgan has to. Because now Liv Morgan has to get a partner. Who's that partner gonna be? It better be Bayley because she can't get nobody in the main roster. Ain't nobody gonna team up with Liv, especially if she's with Dom. So it's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna team up with you. And in order for you, if you want people to team up with you, Liv, you need to apologize to those people that you put your hands on. Like Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss. Well, you didn't touch Alexa Bliss, so I'll leave that alone. But you did cost her opportunities, though. You cost her at the Royal Rumble. You cost her at Elimination Chamber. And I'm just amazed that Alexa hasn't said anything to you, but she need to. Okay? And, don't go for Charlotte because you haven't beaten her yet. So you haven't earned that privilege. You can't go to Becky Lynch because she don't fuck with you. So, again, who can you really go to? Bayley's your only option. Because Bayley don't got no real beef with you. So obviously you teaming up with her makes sense. Because she the one that supported you while she was going to Cora Jay's birthday party or whatever it was called. So with that being said, you're going to have to figure it out. Because like I said, ain't nobody going to collab with you when you're with Dom. Like I said, there's people you could team up with. Maybe you can go to NXT and look for some partners. You know what I mean? You can collab with somebody. But all that tough talk and all that disrespect, I'm telling you, Liv, you're not. It's going to be very hard for you. And that's why I think it's better if Raquel betray Roxanne too. Because she ain't really fucking with her like that. She was just with her just until Liv Morgan comes back. So now you're going to have to really figure this out. So I really hope they don't do no tag team matches because, like I said, we don't need to see Roxanne and Raquel face Liv Morgan and her partner because it's depressing. Why is Liv Morgan facing Why is Liv Morgan facing Raquel and Roxanne for them to lose? It makes no sense. Rhea, okay, whatever. Io, well, okay, whatever. But Liv Morgan and her partner against Raquel and Roxanne and they lose? No, it makes no sense. Raquel has to beat Liv Morgan in order for her to shut her up. If you want to, listen, if Raquel's going to get a push next year, you need to have Raquel beat Liv Morgan. Because she needs that push. And that's why I'd rather have a triple threat match with Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel. Because at least, she'll be in the match. She'll beat both women that are shorter than her. because she is tall, right? And even if she don't win, she could always get her revenge, and that's the story I want to see. But Dom has to get out of the picture. Dom has to get out of the picture. I don't know what it's going to take to get Dominic Mysterio to get away from Liv, but to have have Dominic Mysterio cost Raquel and Roxanne the match is ridiculous. Liv Morgan needs to show Roxanne and Raquel that she can win a match without any of their help. But if you're not gonna do that, then obviously there's no point of a babyface turn, because she's still winning based off of interference, and that's it. So it's like it's just pointless at that point. So again, if you're not gonna win matches clean, then obviously you're still a heel, and it's mainly because you're with Dom. And there's other things too, but again, y'all won't know until I talk about it. So, like I said, the receipts are right there, man. So, hey, if you're a fan of Liv Morgan, pray for her safety, man, because it's just sad, man. It's just a shame that her team just wanted her to just continue to promote Dom, but they don't want to, talk about any updates about her safety, because this is a safety concern. This stalker will do anything just to get his lick back. And honestly, I could see it happening from a mile away. So you better hope he don't get no bond. But if he get bond and he come out and he comes back to the location that he was just at, that he got arrested for, you just better hope Liv is not there. But if she's there, So y'all pray for her, man. Pray for her safety, man. Like I said, I don't want nothing bad happening to Liv, but I just can't stand the fact that Liv doesn't care about reality when all she care about is fantasy, because that's what her fans want. It's just sad, man. It's a shame that these bots have control over her, because at this point, she's just a paid puppet. They're paying her to be a puppet that they control her, and now no matter what she says, it's just not believable, because everything she says is just based off script. And you can't tell if she's telling the truth or they're just putting this all script to where it is no longer the truth. Becky's getting roasted for talking about, every time I get in a match, they always screaming AJ Lee's name. When that's not true. Well, every time Liv Morgan and Dom is out, they're always screaming Dom's. Hey, listen, when Liv and Dom get together, ain't nobody screaming their names. Every time that, every time Liv and Dom are at the crowd, nobody's screaming their name. They're screaming Dom's name. They're screaming. I haven't even heard people scream Liv's name. I haven't heard. The only time I ever heard people scream Liv Morgan's name was when Rhea was hurt and she had to cut a promo to let people know that she's going to be out for a while. And people was like, thank you, Liv. Thank you, Liv. Thank you, Liv. Thank you, Liv. Like they were screaming that. That was the last time, because they wanted Rhea to get hurt so that way Liv can get an opportunity for that belt, which she did. But she had to use Dom to get that title off Becky Lynch's back. So it's just like a lot going on, but I just hope Liv Morgan wake up and realize that your life is on the line here, okay? So you can continue to, hype up this Liv and Dom shit all you want, but you're not helping yourself out. You're not making this any easier for you. You still have to wake up every day, and you still have to watch your back. You still have to, look around and make sure that nobody's outside. You still have to check your surroundings. And you still have, and speaking of outside, that's what you have to do. You still have to go outside. Like I said, you are more focused on work than you're more focused on your life. That you're more focused on your safety. And that's concerning. It's a shame when people don't care about their safety. And that's why you see a lot of rappers get killed, because, they don't want to leave their state because they're afraid that, that their family's going to turn against them because they were thinking about their life, and they just move out because they thinking that they don't care. No, they do care. They do care. They want you to be safe. But when you have that family that just be like, no, we need you over here, we need you over there. They don't know that you got killers that's waiting for you to come, catch you slipping. And when you have a target on your back, ain't no running. You can go somewhere else, but you better hope that motherfuckers don't got money to drive all the way to where you at. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you might have to move out of the country. But I know Liv don't want to do that. So I'm just saying, man, be careful, because right now that stalker is looking to get out on bond. And if he get it, it's going to be very hard for you to really move out here. You're going to have to really pay for some security, or maybe Triple H could help you, but I don't know. Like I said, if he didn't help Rhea, I don't expect him to help you. And you shorter than Rhea, so it's the fact that you can't get security is shocking to me, but hey, that's the price you pay when you're a celebrity, man. But Liv's not there yet. She got to do some more movies in order for her to get that celebrity status. Because Rhea's already there, and she's not even doing movies. But because of this push, it's the reason why, and TikTok is the reason why people looking at Rhea like she is a celebrity instead of you. But you'll get there. But you got to live to see it. So hopefully the stalker won't get bond, and hopefully when the trial starts, he'll get found guilty and he'll do some time. I don't know how much time, but hopefully it's enough to where he'll forget about you in the long run. So that's what we hope for. But y'all get in the comment box and let me know let me know what y'all want. What do you guys want when Liv Morgan comes back? Do you want Liv Morgan as champion? Do you want Liv Morgan away from Dominic Mysterio so where she could prosper and become a solo competitor? Do you want Liv Morgan to succeed? Do you want Liv Morgan to win at WrestleMania against the champ, whoever it is? Do you want her to win the Royal Rumble? Do you want her to win Elimination Chamber? What do you want? Let me know in the comment box down below what y'all want from Liv. But I know what I want. I want Liv Morgan to go solo. I want Raquel to go solo. I want Roxanne to, stop playing around and start achieving her goals. Rather it's to be champion or be a star. And if she need Dominic Mysterio to help her, that's fine. It's part of the story, whatever. But I just hope for Dom that he goes solo, or he could take over the Judgment Day while Liv and Finn get kicked out of the group. So if he could do that, that would be good. But JD got to go. So, but y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all want. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And like I said, if y'all want me to do more topics, I'll talk about it. But these are my 5 topics. I'm sorry that there's only 4 pictures, but, I decided to talk about it for a minute. But I just had to go there. But y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And, yeah, man, pray for Liv Morgan's safety, man, because we don't want nothing bad happening to her. We just want her to wake up. That's all. So, get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.